Hello there, it's me, earthmanbrick, and we're back. And this time we're again going back to the old farmyard animals. And this time we're going to be using the piggies. Yes, we're going to make a pigsty. And yeah, we're going to use similar things to what we've done before. So using twine and cocktail sticks, I've gone and made a fence, a wattle fence, waddle, I don't care. Anyway, I went and made the fence, and this is just all on some regular cardboard here. I've gone and made a trough using card and one of our favourite resources, wooden stirrers. So that's it there. Nice little trough. Very simple, easy to make. We've made a hut here, and I've just used an old piece of MDF there just for the interior, but you could just get away with using more of your wooden stirrers. We've made a little ramp, and this is just a piece of cardboard that I've gone and drawn lines on, and that's just some plastic sprue frame there that's been sprue stretched to create the little runners or the steps. And this is just all the mud effect here. It's nice and spongy. That is made with shredded toilet paper, PVA and paint to create a textured paint. And then what I've done is I've just gone over it with a cocktail stick and stabbed it many times to create little hoof marks. And I think that's worked an absolute treat. Definitely has that muddy aesthetic. And I'll start hitting it up with some other shades of brown and some inks. And yeah, I'll get to painting it all up. So there's our trough, and there's the top of the roof. I'll paint the interior first, and then stick that roof on, which again is just card on top of card to make shingles. I think that's going to work out nicely. We'll add a few tufts here and there. Oh, and this bit here, that's again wooden stirrers, bits of card, some dots for the using a biro pen, and that's just some ring bound wire that I've used there to make some handles, and jammed a bit of a cocktail stick in there just to act as a kind of a lock for our little gate. And yeah, it'll be a case of adding the pigs and painting it, and adding in a few little tufts as well. And one last thing that I'm going to add.
Bacon. Might have a bit of a human aftertaste.
In the trough we might have some human remains dotted around here and there. Less is more, I think, and again, it'll just give it some character. But I'm going to get to painting this up. Bye for now. See you again soon. And here it is, all done and dusted. Now I've used all of two colors to paint this, the actual sty itself, which was just white and brown. And it's a wet blending technique that I used, which is to put down brown ink and then stipple it with white house paint. And I think that's turned out rather nicely. We didn't have to touch the mud here at all. That's turned out nicely. When I was assembling the pigs, you can kind of see it there. There's a big split between the body and the main piece there. Fortunately, I had some thick paint, so I was able to stipple that on top to make them not look like obvious models. But yeah, you get the general impression and gist of what's there. To help bring it up again and add a bit more color, we've added some grassy tufts here and there, just to add a bit more. And there's some sponge flock right there as well. In fact, I'll just go a mosey around with the camera to save the whole autofocus going in and out constantly, which must be annoying. So yeah, you can see the grass tufts right there. Sort of kind of a flowery one right on the edge. And I've just sort of used them sparingly, just wherever there was big gaps and things. And original parts were kind of showing through, so just to hide any mistakes. And you can see there we've got the little human rib cage, and we've I used a slight shade of green for the pig slop, which the pigs are having a right time with. And yeah, I think the colour scheme and everything else has turned out pretty nifty. Yeah, you can see the little gaps there. The pigs were smart, they, and weren't getting fed on time. They'd be able to easily slip through and run amok. But yeah, I think this has turned out rather bloody well. I'm pretty happy with this result. You know what it is at a glance. It's a nice big old pigsty. And I might actually, do up the other pigs and just throw them in. I can't think of what else I'd use them for, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So, thanks again for watching, and bye.